pluses. I saw a lot of things that still concern me. Thought we played with a tremendous amount of effort, especially in the first half. Thought we played unselfishly. I think we adapted to our game plan probably a little better than what we've had in some of the other games. I think we had, 12, 13 deflections in the first half. Second half, I thought we let up a little. I think we only had 5 deflections. We're a team that has to be a lot more aggressive than that. Obviously, when you shoot as well we did from the free throw line, it's positive. I'd like to see us attack the basket a little bit more. I thought we intended to try to drive the ball a little better than what we had in some of the other games. I thought we had, Devin had a good drive, Polite had a couple, Quan Gray had his first one of the year. I was pleased with that. We're trying to get those guys. Boston came in and gave us a good lift offensively. He's very active in there. Once again, I think we have some good pieces. I think we still are a work in progress. Some areas where, especially by containing the dribble, I think those of you who've seen us play the last several games have noticed that we have been giving up a lot of dribble drives into the lane off the day, even though we gave up some, it wasn't as effective as it had been in some of the other games. So I still think we're making progress. I love our attitudes. We just gotta keep grinding, keep working hard, trying to get better. We don't have many more opportunities in the non-conference, obviously, to improve. It's 18 games that we're facing in the best conference ever assembled in the history of college basketball. So next Tuesday, 12 o'clock, obviously will be next time up for ACC play. And, we remember vividly last year, playing against Georgia Tech here was a root canal. It was a dogfight the whole game. They coming off a fairly successful tournament in Hawaii, and so they got 2 of their starters back in the lineup that they didn't have early in the year, so they're improving. So it's going to be a typical ACC battle. They definitely got our attention. Any questions?
Coach, an impressive 100% from the free throw line. How important is that? How special is that going into ACC play?
Well, that's really important to us. I thought we'd be a really good free throw shooting team. It shows that the guys have been spending a lot of time in the gym by themselves working on free throws. A lot of it is confidence. And when you spend a lot of time working on your craft and you got the right form and the right rotation with the ball, it kind of gives you a level of confidence. And I thought our guys stepped up with no hesitation and knocked down our free throws. I was very impressed with that. I'd like to see us get to the foul line a little more, with us being probably a little bigger and stronger than this team. 17 free throws is not a lot of attempts, but we're trying to get the ball to the side and trying to drive to the basket.
What do you think is the primary cause of some of the struggles containing the dribble, like you talked about?
Well, I think we show signs of improvement. I think you have to.
I mean, on the season.
You think you have to have the right cushion, and you have to study your opponents, know their tendencies, and you gotta try to execute the defensive fundamental in relation to the individuals you guard. Which means we switch 1 through 5. You gotta know 5 different guys and what their tendencies are. And some guys like going to the right more than do their left, and vice versa. Some guys will go to the left, they shoot the jump shots. Some guys going to their right, or maybe taking the ball to the basketball and penetrating the pitching. And so sometimes in the course of a game, you lose focus on exactly who you're guarding and what defensive fundamental you should be executing against that individual player. Today I thought we locked in a little better. Now it did help that they didn't have any left-hand players on the team, so we could come up with one solid defensive philosophy. We did employ a hedge on the ball screens that we have not been using all year. We think that helped a little bit, where we heavy hedged in this particular game and really haven't had the confidence that we could do that and execute that defensive fundamental as well as we did. And I was very pleased with that. And I thought we did a much better job just containing the dribble, giving the right cushion moving our feet with a little more aggressiveness, and then shrinking gaps with the guy who was guarding the guy that was in the hole there. In other words, we got more help, we call help and recovery. We got more start in the gaps where the guy was driving, which creates a little more hesitation, and we were able to get back to the shooters as well. So, thumbs up in that area.
How natural is it when you get up 30, like you guys were early in the second half, to have a little bit of a letdown? And how much of it was a letdown, or in them just making tough shots, contested threes?
Well, I thought they made 3 threes that we didn't contest very well. But I also thought we had some really good offensive opportunities that we just didn't finish. I think at the time we had a break, we had 2 or 3, and the guys, I think we had our rotation guys that come in the game, and they were anxious, and they didn't complete their plays, and they came down in a desperate situation and made 3 plays. That's where the game of basketball is. You have to always be focused and not give them those opportunities. And then, from a maturity standpoint, we got to finish those opportunities when we have them inside. And I thought it was a combination of 2 things. We didn't finish the opportunities we had, and we didn't contest them nearly as well on the defensive end. That allows it was a 30-point game down to whatever we end up with.
Overall, though, having a week off, playing that opponent, knowing the ACC is starting back up again, you got up 30 in the first 25 minutes of the game. Were you happy overall with the team's mindset, focus, attitude going in?
I was pleased with the mindset for a large period of the game. Unfortunately, at the level that we're trying to get to, that elite level, you have to have that focus for the full 40 minutes. And we're not quite there yet, but we showed signs of really moving in the right direction.
Do you expect to have Dominic back on Tuesday?
Well, you know, obviously he's got the same thing that everybody's getting in this time of year. You know, I guess they call it the virus. I guess, you know, so some people recover quicker than others. This morning he came by practicing with a mask on, and he said he was feeling better. He was able to keep some food down, and so it's just we just gotta wait and see. I'm hopeful. At least I think he's lost about 15 pounds, and in a short period of time. So that says that whatever he's been dealing with is taking its toll. So we just have to let's run his course, and hopefully he'll be ready to go on Tuesday.
Saw the impact of the two freshmen today, Patrick and Balsa. Are you kind of happy with where they're at development-wise from when you got them in the summer, and then I guess the beginning of the season as well?
Well, what we're trying to do is allow them to mature and improve at a normal rate without the pressures. Now, they're capable of impacting the games. There's no doubt about that, and we want their maturation to be at the rate that's comfortable for them, with us encouraging them and pushing them and putting them out there in these type of situations. I must say, I'm expecting them to be factors in our season. I think they've shown that they're capable, but we want them to continue to keep getting better. And I think you saw signs today that they are improving and they're comfortable. They are showing some level of maturity, and they're becoming more consistent.
It seems like Malik has.
To that end, Leonard, just to follow up, to see that kind of production from those guys as we get ready to launch into the ACC season, that's got to be a boost to them and the rest of their teammates.
From a coaching standpoint, I was glad to see that. I was glad to see Malik play with a little more confidence today. I was pleased with Polite's effort and him recognizing we played him at the point something, and I thought he handled the ball very well. I think you saw progress with Raquan Gray. Evans. The fact that he missed 7 weeks, and now he's kind of starting to look like he understands that he belongs, that he's in control when he's out there on the court. You know, so we are making progress, and in those areas, and that's been kind of missing. That's part of the growth when you're trying to integrate 6 new players into your rotation, and now you're getting ready to go into a conference schedule now that you're going to have to be ready to play every night. Yes, sir?
It just seems like Malik was maybe being a bit more vocal today and communicating more on defense with teammates. Is that something that you've been pushing him?
Well, Malik is probably one of our least experienced players. Played football a lot in high school. Then he went to a little prep school and played in the center position there. And Rice came here and practiced all year. He represents probably the majority of our team, guys who need more experience, more reps, so that the things that we actually do can become habit as opposed to them thinking about it. And so he's getting better, but you know, we need for him to make the close the circle. We need him to be at his highest level, and we need him to start doing that on Tuesday afternoon at 12 noon.
Everybody else set?
All right, thank y'all.